If you saw this team last season, you wouldn't believe that they're 4th in the entire NHL. And here's the thing, the Buffalo Sabres weren't meant to be this good. Yet, their trade deadlines and a couple key characters is what made them happen. Now let's dive into it. Now, if you look at Buffalo's trade deadline, it seems underwhelming if you're only thinking about star power or highlight players. They brought in guys like Sam Carrick, Tanner Pearson, Logan Stanley, and Schenn, which on paper does not scream contender-level upgrades. Now, this is why exactly I think the front office nailed it, because they weren't trying to win headlines, they were trying to fix weaknesses. Now, Buffalo understood something that most teams ignore, which is adding more skill to a skilled team does not solve structural problems. They already had talent, so instead of stacking more of it, they targeted the exact areas where they were getting exposed earlier this season. Now, before these moves, Buffalo was a team that you could pressure physically and eventually wear down over the course of the game. But now, when you watch them, this isn't just the case anymore, because they added players who can specifically change this physical tone of the lineup. Now, players like Schenn and Logan Stanley are not there to produce offense, they're there to make life miserable in front of the net and along the boards. Now, I think a lot of people are missing that Buffalo did not need better defenders, they needed defenders who could actually handle this playoff-style pressure. Now, let's talk about a small change that quietly changed their entire possession game. Sam Carrick came in for the move that looks the smallest but actually might matter the most when you watch how their games flow now. Sam Carrick comes in and suddenly gives them a reliable face-off option, which is something they were struggling with earlier this season. Face-offs are one of those boring details that completely change momentum over time, especially for a team that wants to control play. If you start more shifts to the puck, you spend less time defending, which means your defense looks better without actually changing your system. Now, this is exactly what's happening here, because Buffalo is playing more often on their terms instead of reacting to their opponents. Now, last season, Buffalo felt like a team which had a strong top-end players, but clear drop-offs when you got into deeper parts of the lineup. Now, when you watch them, there's no obvious weak line that can target or exploit during the game. Adding a player like Tanner Pearson is not about scoring highlights, it's about making sure every shift has structure and purpose. Now, this is the biggest difference between a good team and a serious team, because depth is what allows your identity to stay consistent for a full 60 minutes. Now, Buffalo no longer has to survive certain matchups. They can actually play their style regardless of who is on the ice. Now, here's the simplest way to explain what changed, and it's something that you don't hear about enough in hockey analysis. Buffalo used to be a team that relied on talent showing up on every given night, which made them dangerous but inconsistent. They added physical defense. They added this depth stability. And this is the only thing that helped them climb to 4th in the entire NHL. I'll see you guys in 2 days.